and I'm joining this meeting from my office in Noida. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Shri Shekhar Agarwal.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Shekhar Agarwal, a director of the company. I'm also a member of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee and the Stakeholders Relationship Committee. I am joining this AGM from my office in Noida. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shri Rajiv Gupta.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am Rajiv Gupta, Joint Managing Director of the company. I am a member of Corporate Social Responsibility Committee also. I am joining this meeting this AGM meeting from my office in Noida. Thank you.
Thank you, Gupta ji. Shri Brij Mohan Sharma. Sir, unmute कर लीजिए अपने आप को.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am VM Sharma, Director of the company. I am joining this meeting from Lucknow.
Thank you, sir. Shri Deepak Jain.
Namaste, I am Deepak Jain. I am an independent director of your company. I am joining this AGM from Haryana, Gurgaon.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Archana Kapoor.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome members to your 64th Annual General Meeting. I am Archana Kapoor, an independent director on your board. I am the chairperson of the Audit Committee and member of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee. I am joining this AGM from New Delhi. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Shri Suryakant Gupta.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Suryakant Gupta, an independent director of the company, also chairman of the Nomination and Remuneration Committee, and a member of Risk Management Committee. I am participating this meeting from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shri Suman Khaitan.
Good afternoon. I am Suman Jyoti Khaitan. I am speaking from Greater Kailash, Part 2, New Delhi. I am the chairman of the Stakeholders Relationship Committee and also a member of the Audit Committee of the Board of Directors of the company. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shri Sunil Dhawan.
Namaskar and good afternoon, everybody. I am Sunil Dhawan. I am an independent director on the board. I am member of Stakeholders Relationship Committee and Corporate Social Responsibility Committee. I am joining this AGM from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Shri Thomas Varghese.
Namaste and good afternoon to everyone. My name is Thomas Varghese. I'm an independent director. I'm on two of the committees, the Audit Committee as well as the Risk Management Committee of the board. And I'm joining this call from Mumbai. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All the directors are present in this meeting except Shri Arun Churibal, who has conveyed his inability to attend the meeting due to other unavoidable reasons and had sent his good wishes. Greetings to all the directors, KMPs and members present in the meeting. We have also with us representative from our statutory auditor, Shri N.K. Loda from Loda and Company LLP. Shri Loda, sir. Shri N.K. Loda ji.
Narendra Loda we are joining this from our office in the Delhi Road, New Delhi.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Loda. We have also with us the representative from Secretarial Auditor, Shri Mahesh Gupta, Mahesh Kumar Gupta, Mahesh Gupta and Company. Mr. Mahesh Gupta.
Good afternoon. I am the proprietor of the Mahesh Gupta and Company, Company Secretary, Delhi. I am attending this meeting from my office, Delhi.
Thank you, Mr. Gupta. We also have Mr. Manoj Kumar Bansal, Chief Transformation and Chief Risk Officer, and Mr. Nitin Tuliani, Chief Financial Officer of the company, present at the meeting. Now I request the chairman to please welcome and address the members present at the meeting and also to declare this meeting open.
Thank you, Mr. Surendra Gupta. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Riju Jhunjhunwala, Chairman and Managing Director and CEO of the company. I'm joining this AGM from Mumbai. Welcome the members to the 64th Annual General Meeting of your company. The company has taken all feasible steps to ensure that the shareholders are provided an opportunity to participate in the AGM. The requisite quorum is present and therefore I call this meeting to order. The integrated annual report of the company for the financial year ended 31st March 2025, containing the standalone and consolidated financial statements, have already been circulated to the members of the company electronically. With your permission, I take it that you have gone through the same. The auditor's reports on the financial statements and the secretarial audit report of the company for the financial year ended March 31st, 2025 do not contain any qualification, reservation, adverse remarks, or disclaimers. Accordingly, the reports are not required to be read out as provided in the Companies Act 2013. Now, with your permission, I begin by a formal address to the shareholders. Dear members, a very good afternoon to you all. On behalf of the Board of Directors, it's my privilege to welcome you to the 64th Annual General Meeting of RSWM Ltd. We deeply value your presence and continued trust, which remains the cornerstone of our resilience and progress. Over the years, your unwavering support has guided us through the challenges and milestones alike. As we look ahead, we remain committed to driving growth with renewed energy and purpose. Before we move to the formal agenda, I would like to briefly reflect on the broader economic environment and the shifting contours of the textile industry. These external forces continue to shape our strategic choices and operational focus, and understanding them is key to navigating the road ahead. Amid global uncertainty on account of the recent US tariff, regional wars, and new geopolitical alliances happening across the globe, India continues to stand out as a beacon of growth. Now the world's fourth largest economy, India is projected to grow at 6 to 6.5% this financial year, driven by low inflation, a supportive interest rate environment following the 3 consecutive RBI rate cuts, and a favorable monsoon. Further, the very recent GST rationalization, consolidating the slabs to 5% and 18%, is expected to stimulate the economic activity. While the index of industrial output may moderate to 3.8 to 4 in FY26 due to softer manufacturing output and global tariff pressures, India's macro fundamentals remain strong and resilient. Having briefly touched on the economy, I take the opportunity to discuss the textile sector, specifically globally and in India. The global textile industry. In 2025, the global textile industry is expanding, though growth remains uneven across regions and segments. Sustainability, traceability, supply chains, and advanced technologies, particularly AI, are innovation and driving consumer demand for ethical, eco-conscious products. While pockets of weak demand persist, select markets are showing renewed optimism as the industry adapts to regulatory shifts and invests in circular fashion models to meet rising expectations for transparency and environmental responsibility. The Indian textile industry. Aligning to the global trends, the Indian textile industry is also significantly impacted and passing through an uncertain phase on account of trade disturbances across the globe due to geopolitical factors. Though the government is trying its best to support the industry through favorable policies and free trade agreements with different countries, but efforts required are far more to sail through this difficult period. However, looking ahead, we remain deeply optimistic about the long-term trajectory of the Indian textile industry. Our immediate approach as RSWM, we are rethinking every facet of our business, not selectively but systematically. Our teams are rigorously reassigning operations through a profitability lens, ensuring that every process contributes meaningfully to the margin enhancement and long-term value. Across our factories, lean methodologies have been deployed to drive smarter workforce planning, elevate production efficiency, and unlock significant cost savings. But transformation at RSWM is not just about performance, it's about purpose. We are deepening our commitment to sustainability by embedding eco-conscious practices into our operations. From reducing waste to refining our product portfolio, we are aligning every investment with outcomes that matter to our customers, our communities, and our planet. RSWM 2.0 is our blueprint for agility, innovation, and impact. It reflects our intent to lead, not just to follow, in a dynamic, consumer-driven marketplace, and it signals our readiness to seize our share of the opportunities lying ahead. Our strategic focus is firmly aligned with the high-growth, value-added segments that reflect the future of the consumer demand. We are investing in capabilities that allow us to respond swiftly to evolving market needs while driving innovation, impact, and long-term value creation. Our progress. The impact of initial efforts has begun to reflect in the company's performance during the first quarter of the current financial year. they are entrusted with this responsibility of aligning firstly what kind of AI can help the company for production planning. That's one tool that can be greatly used. All the marketing efforts, raw material reduction, and the overall planning and procurement. There's a lot of upside that can happen with AI, and we are already talking to some agencies, some specialized firms to take it up as an assignment. So I think next year, same time, I'll be able to tell you that this is what specifically as a company we have done. But I would like to assure you that the company is fully in sync with your understanding of AI. And like I said, I think 5 years down the line, it will no longer be a fashion. It will be a necessity. And any company which needs to, perform well in the next 4-5 years needs to integrate itself with AI today only. So we are beginning that process now at RSWM also. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I invite Mr. Anil Babu Bhai Mehta, who has registered himself as a speaker, to express his views and ask questions.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, sir. Good afternoon. This is Anil Mehta. I attend this meeting from my residence, Kandivali, Mumbai. So from our side, I have only one question that due to this tariff war and present situation with our neighbor country, and also the present repo rate, how much growth can we expect in the current FY 2025-26? With this, we are supporting all the resolution, and thanks to the Secretarial Department for their cooperation and support, and all the best for the bright future of our company.
Thank you, Anilji. I will try to answer half the question, and I would request our Joint Managing Director to take up the other half. I think on the tariff front, it was an unexpected kind of event that unfolded just a month back. So right now, I mean, as a company, we are not seeing the direct effect of any major negative thing coming out of that, because we, as you know, are mostly in the yarn and in the fabric segment. But the situation needs to resolve, and needs to resolve soon, because a large portion of the Indian home textiles, carpet industry, etc., and the garment industry is largely based on exports to US. Now, of course, 70% of RSWM's sales are in the domestic market, so that keeps us largely insulated from that. But we are trying to work on strategies that can, have the least impact of this tariff. But like you keep reading in the newspaper, like me also, that something has to come out of it, because the industry cannot, as a whole, cannot survive with this kind of tariff. And that's very clear, even if you have these FTAs, etc., with UK and all. But America as a market cannot be ignored. And the tariff, we do believe that in the next few months, as the minister also has hinted, that by Diwali time or by November, we should be hearing some good news on that, on the tariff front. Rajiv, if you have anything to add, please.
Absolutely, sir. You said it. We are not directly impacted because we are not directly supplying large volumes to US, but we are impacted for sure because knitted fabric, denim fabric, both we are selling to our customers who are in turn exporting to US. So that way the environment is challenging. Order book is under a lot of pressure, and many of our customers are sharing that stoppage of shipment or the stoppage of further orders. So times are challenging, as all Indian companies are committing themselves to stand with the government. RSWM do firmly stand, and we hope that this is a short-lived challenge and we'll come strongly out of this. At this point of time, we at RSWM are focused more on our internal workings, more on internal efficiencies and cost controls that will strengthen ourselves for preparing ourselves for good times ahead. So that's what we see, but we are seeing a positive future. As Chairman also shared in his speech, that we feel that there is a long-term good that is likely to happen for Indian textile.
I now invite Mr. Vinod Motilal Agarwal, who has registered himself as a speaker, to express his views and ask questions.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Director and CEO, Riju Jhunjhunwala ji, Joint Managing Director Rajiv Gupta, the CFO Nitin Tuliani, and CS Surendra Gupta. Good afternoon and regards to everyone, sir. I've gone through your annual report, sir. The revenues were high, but still we are making losses, which is not commensurate, sir. We should be making profits, sir. If we make additional revenue, those additional revenues should have given us profits, sir. It's giving us losses. Never mind. One or two observations from the annual report, sir. One is the book value of our share per share is about 266 rupees, but the market price is much less than the book value. So it is underpriced. So what can the management do with the analyst and all to bring it at least to on par to the book value of the share? I mean, book value is 266 and then the market value is 156. I mean, there's a dichotomy, or the market is not giving a good this thing to our share. And sir, we have done good exports, 1800 crore exports, and internal 74% yarn and fabric 26%. Exports ka 1 second, sir, I made my notes. Foreign exchange earning 1418 and outward 128. So we are net foreign exchange earner 1289 crores, which is, I appreciate that, sir. But only like other speaker was asking, the Trump tariff is a big domestic sword on every garment industry or textile industries heads. How do we? Are we going to reduce our production, or are we likely to cut down our production to save on cost and to not increase our losses? We were EBITDA profit last year, and we should remain into EBITDA profit. We may have made losses, but EBITDA to rehna chahiye profit mein, sir. Signing off, Vinod Agarwal from Mumbai. Thanking you for giving me time to speak.
Thank you, sir. I think I just have one reply to your entire question about the share prices, about everything. It all boils down to the company performance. Like you rightly pointed out, last year we had higher revenues, but we made losses. The business environment was not as conducive. We have taken some calls internally on major cost reduction strategies and, to focus on high growth sectors and on the environment friendly, the eco-friendly products, and building up a direct channel with the customers also, which is now showing results in our first quarter results. If you would have seen, we are back in the profit after a long time, and those efforts will, I can assure you, will only continue to grow. And the company from its side, I think with our new CFO in place and the new management team in place, we will be now trying to strengthen our, along with the profitability of the company, which is of course the number one driving force, the investor relations and things like that will be taken up much more strongly once we have these numbers going. On your other question of the US tariff, I think we answered it in the previous one that it's too short a time to kind of for me to come to a conclusion and give anything absolutely concrete to you in terms of its effect. But yes, we are seeing clear negative effects directly for the garment players, for the home textile players. And though, like Rajiv ji said, that we are not directly impacted, but indirectly we will be impacted at the end of the day as a company, because ultimately whatever yarn, even if we are selling it to a domestic company, they are making fabric and exporting that, etc. But our markets, export markets remain strong, Bangladesh, etc., where we are present. So we as a company right now are not thinking about, even right now, there's not even a thought in our head about decreasing any production. And that I can tell you with 100% confidence. As of today, there is no plan to curtail any production because of the tariff thing. The situation for RSWM has not come to that yet, that we have to sit on the table and discuss some kind of closures of or part running. That is being done 100%, and I'm quite hopeful that we will sail through this exigency very quite quickly. Thank you.
Sir, I now invite the last speaker, Mr. Om Prakash Kejriwal, who has registered himself as speaker to express his views and questions. Mr. Kejriwal.
Hello, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, Saji.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody attending this AGM. Myself, Om Prakash Kejriwal, your equity shareholder from Kolkata. Thank you, Sarji, for providing me the platform to speak something before you. Thanks to our Secretarial Department for helping me in registration as a speaker shareholder. Especially thanks to Sanjay Rastogi ji for calling me and taking my know-how. Sarji, this is my fourth AGM, only due to virtual, though I am your very old shareholder. So if possible, please follow this virtual AGM in next year also, so that more and more investors from different parts of the world could join our AGM and express their views, and company could take benefit from their views. So our India is growing, population of our country is growing, so our revenue is growing in both standalone account and as well as consolidated account. But sorry to say, sir, our loss, not profit, is growing in both the accounts. In standalone account, our EPS is minus 8.76 on face value of rupees 10. Previous year it was rupees 7.41. In consolidated account, our EPS is minus 8.50. Previous year it was minus 4.47. In our first quarter result, that is June quarter of financial year 25-26, our revenue is down a little bit in both the accounts, but there is a silver lining in our net profit. In standalone account, our EPS is 1.48 compared to minus 2.90 in corresponding previous quarter. In consolidated account, our EPS is 1.78 compared to minus 3.13 in corresponding previous quarter. So what is your expectation for the remaining 3 quarters amid Trump tariff and after GST cut announced on Wednesday? So I have some more questions. First, India has done FTA with UK. Will it help us in our growth? Second question, sir, India has abolished custom duty on cotton import. Will it help us in our growth? Third, are we importing cotton? If yes, from which country? Fourth, from media I came to know, sir, that yarn prices crashed in last 15 days. What is our position, sir? And please share your view, sir. Sir, there is one case study. Ambika Cotton Mills is doing very well. Why we are far behind, though our 70% of net revenue is coming from yarn? Please share your view, sir. Sir, I have one suggestion for CSR committee. Please use some of CSR fund to provide drinking water nearby our factories and nearby the villages. And sir, I have few requests also. Please do remember the speaker shareholders at the time of festivals in the same manner as you remember your friends and relatives. And second request for early AGM, sir. Sir, we have done our board meeting on 13th May 25. Or AGM is doing today. So please try to organize AGM at early date, sir. At last, Sirji, please maintain your smile and be cheerful. We are always with you as a long-term investor. Thank you, Sirji.
Thank you. So, sir, just to answer your question, of course, last year we have no this thing. The company was in a loss. The market situation was not very conducive. But both internally and externally, we have made a lot of changes, which I will let Mr. Rajiv Gupta speak about after I do this. But I think from the first quarter onwards, you have started seeing the change. There might be a short-term effect of this US tariff that will definitely come to us also. We cannot run away from that, and I cannot say that there will be no problem because of the US tariff. But we will handle it, I mean, in the best way that we can. About the cotton imports and about the UK FTA, I think we have had made some good strategies, and I'll let Rajiv ji talk about them. Rajiv ji, please.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. Umargaji, first of all, my compliment to you for in-depth analysis for last year and the first quarter performance. Shareholders like you keep us always on the toes, and we always compliment those kind of shareholders who take very serious interest in company's performance. As Chairman said, last year performance was impacted because of many things, and first quarter has been a little bit of silver lining. by hitting net profit positive. The current challenges that we are experiencing are impacting us for sure, but your company is far more equipped because of the internal things that we are doing. So we will try to maintain our performance in the positive trajectory for this quarter and the following quarters as well. As far as you pointedly said three things. First, about the UK FTA. This is very positive for textile industry. Our share to UK exports as a country is very less, and this gives a very good opportunity for us to focus on especially the ready-made garments, and overall textile industry will get benefit out of this. So our products, knitted fabric and denim fabric, are immediately getting to get export because of this possibility of direct exports at level playing field with Bangladesh and other countries in UK. Cotton import duty waiver till December by Government of India is definitely a very welcome step. We will have a very limited impact of this on positive because we largely work on the Indian cotton, and certain percentage, around 30% of cotton that we consume is an imported cotton. This short window will give us some positive impact, but longer run, this gives a level playing field in terms of cotton pricing, and volatility of cotton pricing will be less if this import duty cut is stable for coming years as well. We do import cottons from Australia, Brazil, and US for our targeted customers and targeted products. Yarn, you said the yarn pricing drop, and also give example of Ambika. Yarn prices definitely have been impacted with this cotton import and overall sentiment because of US tariff thing. The variation varies from 5 rupees to 10 rupees in various counts and various yarn qualities. So we also get impacted to the extent we have exposure in cotton yarn sales directly to the market. But your company is more predominantly into synthetic yarn products, and our 40% revenue comes from synthetic yarn sales. So to that extent, we are not impacted with this cotton yarn prices fall. Ambika is largely a cotton yarn producer, and we have a limited exposure in cotton yarn products. So our comparison may not be direct and immediately, but of course we are making benchmark with directly comparable companies and comparable institutions from where we can get positive agenda for us to work on, and as a management we are working on all those aspects very closely. You also mentioned about early AGM and treating shareholders as relationships. So I'm sure Srinderji has noted it down, and we'll take positive action on that. Thank you very much for the positive words, and I assure you management is proactive as well as committed to make it happen the way we have discussed.
Thank you, Rajiv. Thank you all the members for attending and participating in the AGM. We have 5 resolutions for approvals in this AGM as under. Item number 1, ordinary business, to receive, consider and adopt the audited financial statements, included audited consolidated financial statements for the financial year ended 31st March 2025, and the report of the directors and auditors thereon. The resolution is placed before the meeting to be passed as an ordinary resolution. Item number 2, I would like to invite Sri Rajiv Gupta to take over the chair, as I am an interested party in that. So I will sit out of that particular thing.
Thank you, Chairman, sir. So item number 2 is to appoint a director in place of Shri Riju Jhunjhunwala, director number DIN number 00061060, who retires by rotation and being eligible offer himself for reappointment. The resolution is placed before the meeting to be passed as an ordinary resolution. So now I hand over to Shri Riju Jhunjhunwala to chair the meeting for rest of the items. Over to you, sir. Thank you,
Ajiji. Item number 3, ordinary business, to appoint a director in place of Sri Shekhar Agarwal, DIN 000-66113, who retires by rotation and being eligible offers himself for reappointment. The resolution is placed before the meeting to be passed as an ordinary resolution. Item number 4, special business, to ratify the remuneration payable to Messrs. ND Birla and Company, Cost Accountants, firm registration number 000028, as cost auditors of the company for the financial year ending 31st March 2026. The resolution is placed before the meeting to be passed as an ordinary resolution. Item number 5, special business, to approve the appointment of Messrs. Mahesh Gupta and company secretaries as secretarial auditors of the company. The resolution is placed before the meeting to be passed as an ordinary resolution. Members who have not cast their vote through remote e-voting or e-voting during the proceedings of the AGM are requested to kindly vote on the proposed resolutions. Resolution number 1 to 5 of the notice of the AGM. The e-voting module is in the AGM is already active. The icon for e-voting is available on the screen, which will redirect you to a separate window to the e-voting portal of the NSDL. The e-voting facility is active and will be closed along with the closure of this meeting. Members may note that the results will be declared within 2 working days, that is before 9th September, after considering the e-voting done today by the members participating in this AGM and also the remote e-voting already done by the members. To further inform that the results along with the scrutinizer report shall be submitted to the stock exchanges, NSE and BSE, and will be placed on the website of the company and NSDL. All the business set out in the notice of this meeting has been concluded, and a time period of 15 minutes would be available for the voting at the end of the meeting, after which the meeting will stand closed. Thank you all for participating in this AGM. Thank you all for your good wishes, and stay safe, and look forward to working with everyone very closely in the future. Thank you.